Hey, what's up, guys? It's JC, Joshua Calloway, and wanted to let you guys know I got approved for this credit card, a business Capital One credit card, and I've been chasing credit card promos. So this is like my second card. The first card I got was Chase Inc. Business Preferred, and it was basically like I guess you spend something like $5,000 and you get like 80,000 miles or points or something to use on their portal. So roughly, they tell you about what that is, what that's worth. You could actually just cash it out and get cash. I think you get like $800 or 825, but it's actually worth more if you buy plane tickets or hotels with it, and the other thing I'm actually following the advice of a coworker who's doing this, and he's like 6 months ahead of me, so I'm following in his footsteps. And he told me that you could actually upgrade to like a Chase, something like one of the $500 Sapphire cards, and your points have like 50% more buying power if you transfer them over. Well, anyway, I mean I don't know the details, but I'll figure it out when I get there, and I have a person that I can follow too. So I actually met another guy at the WashU alumni event a couple of weeks ago, and he has 17 credit cards, and so I've been like messaging him on LinkedIn, and we're gonna go meet for lunch. I'm gonna buy his lunch because he's giving me free information. But he's talking about things like, oh well, don't cycle your credit. So I don't know what that means, but he said something like it's like a flag that the banks use to shut down your credit cards or your bank account. So he's definitely way more advanced than I am in this. So that's why I'm making a point to reach out to him. And I think he lives in the neighborhood like Lakeview. So we'll go and have lunch, and I'll just pick his brain or something because there's some things personally that I want to mix in, and and see what if he has any specific advice for me. So that's that. This new credit card, however, is like two-tiered promotion where I think it's like for the first 3 months, if you spend 5,000, they give you 50,000 points. So I could probably do that. I did that with the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. And there's ways to do it like manufacturer spend where you buy gift cards or you buy things on Amazon and then you return it. But then instead of taking the charge back to your credit card, there's an option to say, I want Amazon store credit. So you're basically like, you're taking the 5,000 and you're not really spending it in 3 months. You're kind of like spreading it out so that you can spend it in the next 5 months or 6 months. But the second tier of this promotion, and this is where I'm going to need maybe some help from you guys, and you guys can definitely give me some comments or send me a message, is the second tier is $50,000 in 6 months, and you get 200,000, or you get another 150,000 points. So that's a lot of money. I don't know if I can spend $50,000, or actually, the second tier would be 45,000 because I'm spending 5,000 in 3 months. It'd be 45,000 more to get the other 150,000 points. So talking to my coworker, and some other people, they're all saying that, oh, that's crazy. Just give up the second tier. I mean, it's not even worth it. They're like, for $45,000 spend, you could probably get like 5 times as much promotion, right? Promotional value. So if you look at like the dollar value, and then I think it's for each point of a Capital One point, they actually tell you what it's worth. It's like 1.25 cents. So 200,000 points or something, I think it comes out to be like, it's typically around like 1 or 2% of your spend. So it's $50,000. So it's probably worth like eight. No, I think it's worth maybe like 12 or $1,300 or something. I could look though. I mean, so it's worth something if you can actually do it. So I have some ideas of my own. Like I was thinking about buying. There's this really cool electric bicycle moped. And I'll put the link on it below. But it's like it goes from 0 to I think like 50 miles per hour in like 3 seconds or something. It's like super super fast, super cool, super trendy. I'm definitely gonna get one for myself. it's a $4,000 or $3,800 electric bike. So I'm gonna get one for myself because I really like mopeds. I have a moped right now, a gas moped. So this is an electric moped, so it's like 20 times cooler, right? But my idea would be to maybe get 10 of these mopeds and just rent them out on Turo. So that's one idea. Another idea is like the PlayStation 5 is coming out. Maybe I could pre-order those and then they somehow sell out, and then I can just meet people at Starbucks and say, hey, you want a $600 PlayStation 5? I have them, right? So that's going to be kind of hard too, I think, because on pre-order, they typically don't like to sell 10 PlayStation 5s to people. They'll let you maybe buy one or two, maybe three, but yeah, 10, yeah. So I could maybe buy like tickets to a very hot concert that's going to sell out. So I don't know. I mean, if you have ideas, preferably things that don't take a lot of time and they're not very risky. It's basically called manufacturer spin. So other than that, other things that happened, I think I had a really nice highlight this week. I was on Thursday. I got off work. I walked to the train station with my boss, and Ogilvy, he actually missed his train. We were talking. He lost track of time, and he missed his train. So we were like, okay, well, why don't we just go and have a beer and he'll take the blue line or something. So we went to a very nice restaurant called the Goodman Theater, and he definitely it definitely became like it was definitely a moment that was the highlight of my week, really of the week. It was the highlight where he was trying to he was telling me that, like, oh, you could probably go anywhere and make more money, but in the grand scheme of things, it's basically like the relationships that you build with your coworkers, because you're spending a good part of your life at your full-time job, right? So he's saying that's more meaningful to your life when you die, right? So and I thought about that, and I told him the story because my father passed away about 2 years ago, about 18, 19 months ago. He had a brain tumor, and when he was dying, he could not communicate. He could just mumble. No one could really understand what he said. But apparently, like, your hearing is still good. So, like, the nurses and doctors would tell us, just keep talking to him because he can understand what you're saying. So, but of course, I spent 6 months with him because I took the Family Medical Leave Act. But during that time, I saw at least two, there might have been like three coworkers that came up, and they sat by him when he couldn't even communicate with them. And they would spend like 30 minutes to an hour just talking to him, telling him stories about work, about the times that they went out for dinner or like experiences. And to me, that really touched me. It's like, I mean, this is not even family. These are people that he worked with, or his coworkers that came up and spent time. And some of them they don't live close. They drove like an hour and a half or 2 hours across Dallas Metro to basically be with him. So about so that was definitely a moment with my boss, and he liked that. He basically said, well, I hope if I die or I'm on my deathbed, you'll come and visit me. So, and I would probably go visit. I would probably go visit my boss. So if he was on his deathbed. About his statement about making more money, I'm not so sure about that. I don't know. Money is kind of an equalizer. So if some company offered me more money, I might leave. I might leave. I don't know. It's I'm not looking, but if it's only like, I don't know, like $100 more, $1,000 more, $5,000 more, I probably won't leave. But if someone offers me $20,000 more, I could make another wager on Sears, right? Buy Sears at 25 cents, right? Another 100,000 shares. So who knows? Anyway, that's it. I'm off to go watch the Super Bowl game. Go Chiefs! Big Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes fan, and I have family from Kansas City. I actually came from Kansas City, so I'm not one of those just jumping on the bandwagon. I've been following the Chiefs way back. So, anyways, I'll see you guys next week, and have a great week. Take care.